Let's look at today's football managers, the person behind the club's success or misery. These days, they're put under very high pressure with incredible expectations, which results in many managers being sacked after not even finishing a season. So I thought to myself, well, why not just replace them with AI? And that's what I did! I started a Chelsea career as an assistant manager, with the only task of guiding the manager through his time at the club. I also promoted my viewers to board members. They will be making the crucial decision whether a manager has to be sacked or backed. But first, the board has to start by choosing our first manager.
Giga Chad. Luigi?
Giga Chad for real.
Let's not waste any more time and welcome our newest manager.
Hello?
Welcome, sir. You've been appointed to be the new manager of Chelsea FC. As your assistant, I will guide you and stand by your side at all times. To ensure you keep your job, your task as manager is to keep the board happy. To keep the board happy, your goal is to finish in the top 4 position in the Premier League. So, before we start, do you have any questions or anything to share?
Me Giga Chad, me ready for foot kick challenge. Top 4 easy peasy. Me have no question. Just plan for big giga win. You give data, me use muscle brain. Grrr, now tell me foot kick data.
Of course, sir. So first the coaches wish to know the following from you. Your vision. How do you wish to see the team playing? Your starting lineup for the upcoming friendly games, and to help you with the latter, here you have the squad data you asked for. Also, looking at a team, do you wish to make some new signings? So I can also inform the scouts of what we were looking for.
Me vision simple. Giga attack. We play like giga beasts. Me choose counterattack. Strike fast, strike hard. Me no like bus parking. Me like bus going forward. Formation for giga win. 4-3-3. Giga force in the front. Player instructions. Run giga fast, tackle giga hard, score giga goals. No holding back. Me trust them giga players. Now me want new giga players. Need speedy wingers, strong defenders, young giga talents age around 22 to 25. Scout giga good ones, report back. Grrr. Ready for giga kick.
I'll pass your message on to the coaches and scouts via mail. Sir, we received some new transfer offers. We have Villarreal, who offered us 2.85 million euros for Madsen, and Real Madrid offered us 16.3 million for Malo Gusto. What do you wish to do, sir?
Me think and flex giga brain. Matson Young can grow. Offer too low. Me say, no deal.
Oh wait, my apologies, sir. Villarreal offered us 2.85 million with an additional 31-year-old player.
Me stick to giga value. Tell Villarreal, no deal. Matson stay, grow. Next. Gusto young giga talent. Offer good. But me giga counter. Say 18 million euros. If they agree, giga deal. If not, Gusto stay. Help us giga win. Grr! Decision made. Now let's giga play.
So after this incredible decision from our manager, we were getting ready for our first game of the season against Real Madrid, the team we sold Gusto to.
Gusto gone. Me hoping giga shine in Spain.
While you probably couldn't even see if Gusto was playing for Real Madrid from your seat, it was probably for the better. Our next game is against RB Leipzig. Although it was painful for all of us to forcefully watch a whole game while getting beaten to death. We lost the game against RB Leipzig, sir. A painful 3-1 loss.
Giga info, some wins, some losses. Be ready for more giga challenges.
The manager was seeing something different, as if each game gave him the answers he needed. Truly a genius at work. And so he continued. Al Hilal offered us 14.3 million euros for Armando Broja, and Bayern won Thiago Silva for 9.5 million.
Bro offer good. Me say 15 million euros. Thiago Silva. Old but wise. Me say 12 million euros.
What really surprised me is the reaction you sense when this tactic is being implemented.
Giga decisions. Let's go. Grr!
While you decided to skip on the next game, not that it really matters since it's a friendly, but this was a crucial moment where you could sense the reaction of a wake-up call. Although just a friendly, it felt like he started to crack the code and I could see it in his face.
Victory tastes sweet. Chelsea Giga strong.
I mean, don't get me wrong, this game alone is worth nothing. But what it is about is what it opens up. Sir, Arsenal wish to trade Emil Smith-Rowe with an additional 11.6 million for Raheem Sterling.
25 million euros plus player. If they agree, Giga deal. If not, Sterling stay, score Giga goals for us. No mercy. Grr! Ready for Giga battle?
Sir, this could possibly be your last day as the manager of Chelsea FC. The board is gonna vote on whether to keep you as their manager or sack you, based on your team's recent performance.
Giga pressure, but me not back down. Me face challenges, make Chelsea Giga strong. Message to board, me work hard, me make team strong. Recent games no define Giga future. Trust Giga Chad, me turn things around. Grrr!
I don't really need to hype this decision as much as needed, because there were no surprises and the board understood.
Me ready for Giga vote, bring it on!
Man, can't even fault Giga manager. Real Madrid and Leipzig is no easy run of fixtures. Back him.
The people have spoken.
Sir, the board was emotionally touched by your message and decided to give you another month to prove you're the right man for the job.
Giga win. Board see Giga potential. Me no let them down. Chelsea Giga strong. Now me focus on Giga improvement. No more losses, only Giga wins. Grrr! Ready for more Giga football.
Honestly, from this point, we just continued where we left off. We received transfer offers and the manager just took care of them.
James, me no sell captain. Easy. Me say 60 million euros. Cucurella offer good, but me Giga counter. Say 35 million euros.
But eventually, it was time for me to review the scout results and only choose the one that fall under GigaChat's instructions.
Need speedy wingers, strong defenders, young Giga talents age around 22 to 25. Scout Giga good ones, report back.
And so for the wingers, I chose some of the fastest. For the defenders, I chose some of the strongest in the group, bringing me these players, which I then shared with GigaChat, including the proper ratings. Here's the list, sir. Which player would you like to sign?
Giga needs speedy wingers, strong defenders. Kvica Kvaratskhelia, Rafael Leão, Pedro Neto, Isak Hien, Sven Botman, Ronald Araujo. Me ready for Giga signings. Grrr.
I'll immediately start the negotiations. However, I am in need of your expertise to help me decide the exact bid to make for each player.
Me Giga bid. Me make sure we not overpay. Let's Giga get these players. Grrr.
While we were waiting for sponsors back, we reached our first match day, which was against Liverpool. Not an easy game.
Ready to Giga win! Huh?
And despite you finally choosing to watch the games on the telly and finally being able to see the games, it was maybe not the right decision to do it on a game like this. We were hurt with a 5-1 result. The next game we came up against West Ham United, which wasn't good as well. I was expecting another embarrassing loss. However, the team woke up and made a comeback, ending the game in a 2-2 draw. Now, when it comes to the bids we made, I wasn't expecting much success, but surprisingly enough, the only one being rejected was the bid for Araujo. And that's everything to it! The transfer market has officially closed, and it's also the end of this month, meaning it's time that the board will vote on your stay or sack again, based on your team's recent performances. 1 loss, 2 draws, and 1 win. This was a disappointing run. However, there were just enough board members who thought differently and hoped that because of the transfer period would bring change.
We better spend at least $2 billion on the transfer window.
We might get relegated, but we will back him.
Sir, the board has decided. You're still the man for the job. Congratulations, sir!
Giga yes! Board no Giga Chad bring glory. Me not disappoint, me promise.
With the transfer window officially closed, let's look at all the changes that took place in the club, starting with the players we had to wave our goodbyes to. As you know, Malo Gusto was sold to Real Madrid. Sterling was traded for Emil Smith-Rowe, who was immediately lent back to Arsenal for another year. A painful for many was selling Reece James to Liverpool, and others like Cucurella, Broja, Gallagher were also sold. These are players we'll wave our goodbyes to. We also have to say our temporary goodbyes to Sar and Chalobah, since they've been loaned out. However, with painful goodbyes come exciting hellos, where we welcome exciting new players, with our biggest two signings being Kvaratskhelia and Leao. Very exciting players to see being signed. From here on out, there wasn't much for the board and me left to do. Just sit back and let GigaChat cook.
Giga plan for domination. Me want to play 4-3-3 formation, Giga classic style. Giga instructions, Giga attack, Giga defend, Giga win. If player not perform, Giga replace. Giga flexible tactics, Giga adapt to crush opponents. If players still not Giga perform, Giga send them to the Giga Hill. What a Giga roller coaster, Nkunku the Giga Savior.
Just to be clear, we weren't dominating the league or anything. We weren't even close to top 4. However, the vibes were good. But things took a turn in the month of November. We only had 3 games in November, and they were 3 difficult games as well. We had Spurs, then Man City, and then Newcastle United. It's these games that resulted in the occurrence of an unexpected event. A tough one, sir. We are coming up against Spurs. What is the lineup for this game?
Giga change is good. For the Spurs clash, let's go with this lineup. Giga ready to Giga conquer.
And as expected, it wasn't looking good for us. Sir, the first half has ended and we're 3-0 behind. Do you wish to make some changes?
Giga! Not good at all. Giga change needed. Switch to Giga attack. We need goals. Push it up a bit. Be more aggressive. Giga quick passes. Let's catch them off guard.
It was a difficult pill to swallow, especially because it was against Spurs. I personally thought we had to change something, especially because we're coming up against Man City as well, which is a much stronger opponent. The manager, however... Sir, our next game is at home against Man City. Do you wish to make some changes for this game?
Gigacity, big challenge. We Giga stick to the formation.
Before they go out, do you have something to say to the players, sir?
Giga team, we faced Giga City today, and they think they can Giga walk over us, but we Giga stand tall. We Giga fight with all our might. This is our Giga home, and we defend it with Giga power. You, my Giga players, are Giga warriors. Show them the Giga strength, the Giga heart, and the Giga commitment. We are Giga Chelsea, and we Giga never back down. Now, onto the pitch, Giga heroes. Let's Giga show them what we're made of. Giga team, assemble.
Which got us close, but it wasn't enough. This is where the danger levels were starting to rise, because there is a clause in the manager's contract that states that if he fails to win a single game in a whole month, he'll be automatically laid off, which is the reason why this month is so dangerous. Not only are there just 3 games in the whole month, they also are very difficult games to win. So GigaChat really had to give it his all to make sure he wins this last game. Sir, we need a change. What lineup do you wish to set up?
Giga formation time. We go with a 4-3-3 setup, unleashing the Giga beasts on them.
So the same lineup as the previous game?
We stick to the Giga formation that almost brought us victory.
Sir, are you sure this will work?
Gigayas, trust Giga Chad.
Whatever you say, sir. This was a cat and mouse game, where when the mouse was about to get away, the cat was able to push a little more to keep up, but unfortunately never really caught the mouse. Sir, the away game against Newcastle United has ended, and unfortunately, we drew. This was also the last game of the month, which means the board would be voting on whether to keep or dismiss you. However, according to a crucial clause in your contract, we regretfully have to part ways. do you have any last words?
Gigouch! Me feel Giga sting of defeat, me Giga learn from mistakes. Maybe one day, Giga return with Giga tactics. Good luck to new Giga manager. Me signing off. Giga!
The board members were shocked by this news.
First!
Not all of them, though. However, many were confused and saddened to lose the manager they believed in.
Lol. So broken at this news.
But he was backed!
Why did the manager get auto-sacked if he literally won twice in October?
Yeah, for real though. 70% voted for backed.
Which was probably also my fault, because I didn't include it was because of the games in November. So many looked at the games of October and got confused by this decision. My bad, I guess. Anyways, we were back where we started and needed a new manager, and quickly. It was the task of the board to choose from a handful of available managers, and their decision is crucial if we want to stay in the race for top 4. So with the new voting started, the board had some obvious choices, as long as it's someone we could work with and they chose to go for the dead corpse. Great.
A dead corpse is just as competent as the real Chelsea managers. So why not?
Yeah, why not? Before I can start, I'm gonna need to understand who the manager really is. Or was. Oh. Welcome, sir. You'll be appointed to be the new manager of Chelsea FC. I'm your assistant and I will be guiding you through your time here as the manager. Let's start with your vision, which he probably doesn't have. I myself was thinking of some wing play. With our strong wing players, we can be a force to reckon with. My apologies. What am I doing? You obviously wish to do it the American way, huh? Don't you worry, sir. I will take care of it. So anyways, that obviously didn't go as planned. Not that I'm sure what the plan was in the first place. I just hope that next time the board chooses a better candidate. But I could feel some separation taking place between the board members. Some of them started a new group. They protested and deliberately tried to vandalize the piece to make sure their message was heard.
I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say we stand with GigaChad as the gaffer. Rome wasn't built in a day.
No, Paul. Giga has to stay till at least next transfer window.
I have no idea what this is. Can someone tell me what I'm missing out on?
We want GigaChad back.
And with the new voting going on, the other members continued sharing their thoughts on who the next best man or woman is.
Denzel Crocker.
Justice for dead corpse. They knew what was best for Chelsea.
Crocker. Dude took Nicholton to the first division within his first season.
But it seems that the fanbase of MJ was still going strong till this day.
We might have another dead corpse with Michael Jackson winning the poll.
The true dead corpse can never be replaced.
RIP for the dead corpse. Hope MJ does a great work.
Hello?
Welcome, sir. You have been appointed as the new manager of Chelsea FC. As your assistant, I will guide you through your responsibilities and tasks. I will also provide full support throughout the process.
Thank you very much for the warm welcome. It's a thrill to be here with Chelsea FC and have such a dedicated assistant like you. Now, as for those allegations, I want to make it clear that they are completely false and baseless.
Okay. Now, before we start with anything else, sir, the coaches want to know what your vision is when it comes to the playing style you wish to see on the pitch.
Well, you know, in the world of football, just like in my music, you need a little bit of everything to make it work. So I'd say we should aim for a fusion of styles, my friend.
Well, you can actually only use one, unless you wish to change it up every game.
Oh, I see. In that case, let's go with the smooth criminal approach and focus on tiki-taka. Hee hee.
Amazing, sir. I will inform the coaching staff. And so the Jacksons' first game as the manager of Chelsea started. I've got to say, for his first game as the manager, the result wasn't that bad. It also wasn't great when you look at our position on the table, but still a good start. And although he also lost his second game as the manager, from that point, you could sense he had a bit more grip on the team. And you could especially see that when we came up against Spurs in the Carabao Cup. Sir, do you wish to make adjustments for the game against Spurs?
Let's make a few adjustments to keep things fresh.
Sir, the game against Spurs went as planned.
And that's fantastic news. Hee hee! A draw can happen to the best of us, my friend. Hee hee!
Mr. Jackson, the game against Luton ended in a 4-0 victory. It's also the last game of this month, December, meaning the board will for the first time be voting on your stay or sack, depending on your team's results.
I'm dedicated to Chelsea FC's success, and we're building momentum. Let's keep the music playing together.
Well, I could see a fast improvement, and so I was happy. So were the board members when they decided to back Michael. Congratulations, Mr. Jackson. The people have voted for your stay.
We want GigaChad back!
Well, almost all board members at least. However, we continued this great run. Even when we arrived in our second transfer period, we also received some transfer offers from other clubs. We received some new transfer offers for the following players. PSG offered us 11 points. I was afraid he wouldn't have the same great negotiation skills like GigaChad had. And although Thiago Silva left because he wasn't getting enough playtime, I don't remember any too disturbing transfers taking place. I can only say that he really delivered, even against teams like Liverpool. Mr. Jackson, the game against Liverpool ended in a 3-1 victory.
That's music to my ears.
Mr. Jackson, the game against Fulham has ended in a 1-0 victory.
Another victory. Hee hee!
The second leg of the Carabao Cup game starts shortly. Do you wish to make some changes to your team's management?
For the second leg of the Carabao Cup against Liverpool away from home, let's keep the same lineup and strategy that worked for us in the first leg. We've got the moves to win this one.
We are through to the finals of the Carabao Cup. MJ was looking for a young prospect attacker who could play in the middle and on the wing. We unfortunately failed to find him a player like that. However, we did find two strikers that were still young that they could possibly grow to become wingers as well. He was also looking for a versatile midfielder with good passing abilities and vision, which we found a good batch of.
1. I'd like to sign Benjamin Sesko as a talented young prospect who can play as a forward. 2. From the list of midfielders, let's go for Pablo Gavi for his promising passing ability and vision.
Of course, sir. I'll immediately start the negotiations. For our next game, we play against Liverpool again, this time in the Premier League, so a very important game.
Let's keep the same formation and lineup for the game against Liverpool in the Premier League. We've got the moves to take on any challenge. Hee hee! Oh, that's a tough loss against Liverpool, but we'll bounce back.
Mr. Jackson, the first bid has fallen and has been rejected.
Let's continue with the deal for Gavi at 73.2 million euros.
We have come to an agreement for Gavi. Remember when I said that I don't remember any disturbing transfer decisions from Mr. Jackson? Well, I take that back. We also received a new transfer offer for Mykhailo Mudryk. Brighton offered us 20 million euros. What do you wish to do?
Let's accept the offer for Mikhailo Mudryk at 20 million euros. Hee.
We've also received an offer for Wesley Fofana from Spurs.
Let's accept the offer for Wesley Fofana at 29 million euros. Hee.
Thankfully, the transfer window closed before you could make any more unhinged decisions. So to quickly summarize this transfer period, we sold Thiago Silva, Dylan Williams, Ian Madsen, Benoit Badiashile, and Cole Palmer. And we have brought in the following: Pablo Gavi, and that's actually about it. Congratulations, Mr. Jackson, on reaching the end of this transfer period. It also means we've reached the end of this month, and also the time the board will be voting on your stay or sack, depending on your team's recent results.
Tell the board I'm here to make the music and the magic happen, and we're on the right track. Hee.
And the board loved it.
2 months and only 3 losses. Michael is cooking.
I don't know why this showed up, but back.
We want GigaChad.
Well, again, not all board members, of course. Sir, as expected, congratulations, the board still believes in you and are backing you. So let's continue the work.
Thank you, let's keep the music playing and the team winning. Hee.
Of course, sir. We were in February, and our position on the table still wasn't good enough. Also, many players weren't happy, and I didn't believe we'd be able to reach top 4 if we continued in this matter at least. So I added in a game of chance. 2 choices: heads or tails. Tails would give the manager an extra boost, where I would take more care of the mentality of the players and give them those extra training sessions that would give the players extra boost in games, which would result in better results for the manager and a greater chance of reaching that top 4 decision. However, heads, as the name states, would literally cost the manager his head, which would bring him the trouble that would cost him his job. But instead of just flipping a coin, I thought, why not leave the decision to the board, where they just have to unknowingly make the choice of head or tails.
Reverse psychology. Never tails, only heads. Therefore, tails.
Heads, because I have legal issues with financial fair play. If I was part of the board, I would headbutt the FA for it.
Mr. Jackson, next week we play Manchester City, so you have a whole week to prepare. I say take a few days off.
A little break sounds like a good idea. I'll recharge and come back ready to take on Manchester City. Hee.
Have a great week, Mr. Jackson. I couldn't believe the result.
Thank you. You too, and let's make some more football magic next week. Hee.
I quickly took the chance to maybe do an all or nothing, which I would literally leave in the hands of the manager himself. Before you go, Mr. Jackson, I have a quick question. If you had to choose, heads or tails?
Heads. Hee.
And there you have it. Everything we have worked for, everything we've built, was for nothing.
Donkeys. That's why I never pick heads.
Damn it, Michael.
The club was at an all-time low. We were desperate. And so after we made clear that we had to let go of a third manager this season, we had to make sure that the next one we assign is the one who will bring us top 4. And so with this desperation taking us over, our candidate selection might look a little bit suspicious when it comes to our motivation here, with many of the board members sharing their different choices.
GigaChad must be stopped.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Get Giga back in. He is our savior.
Do VAR, because then they can rig everything for Chelsea.
And with the voting ending, let me reveal the new manager of Chelsea FC. Welcome, VAR members. It's an honor to do business with you.
The honor is all ours. We're here to ensure Chelsea's success, no matter what it takes.
Your generous compensation makes it worth our while.
Let me make something clear. The board chose to go for the VAR as the new manager. However, we obviously couldn't just hire VAR as the manager of Chelsea FC. And while the board also believed we needed to make much more use of our resources, we made the choice to just bribe the VAR, which is what we believed is needed to bring us back to top 4. And honestly, it proved to be well spent money with the game against Man City.
Remember, we've been paid handsomely for this. We need to ensure Chelsea wins at all costs.
Agreed. We'll do whatever it takes.
Starting the game, we scored a goal. However, it was offside, but also possibly offside, so not offside.
VAR, we have a possible offside situation for Chelsea. Please review.
Looks like a close call, but let's give Chelsea the benefit of the doubt. Keep the flag down.
Are you sure? It looked like an obvious offside.
Referee, trust us on this one. No offside. Let the goal stand.
All right, if you say so.
We continued. In the 65th minute, a contentious challenge in the Chelsea box. The referee was uncertain whether it was a foul or not.
I need assistance here. It's a tough call.
Ref, it's a clear foul. Penalty for Chelsea.
Penalty for Chelsea.
And lastly, in the 85th minute, we got through on goal again, but the assistant manager had raised the flag for offside.
We've got another offside situation. What do you think?
Looks like a tight one. But we're going to need you to overturn that decision, ref.
Chelsea needs this goal, ref. It's crucial.
All right, VAR says it's not offside. Play on.
In the end, we secured a hard-fought victory, thanks to the VAR's decision. And we continued this winning streak consistently throughout the rest of the season, winning every game in existence, which brought us the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and even more importantly, top 4. We eventually got caught, however, but I guess bribing some of the higher-ups should be enough to take care of that.